Gentlemen, welcome to my training on three things that we do for every CFO, CIO, and CIO in the country right now. So I just finished up one-on-ones for this week with every man in my program, and I got to say, I'm super excited. I'm super excited about the progress that everyone's making with their training and everyone facing in the same direction so that we can go out and do the activity required, the massive activity to get those massive results. Well, due to all the marketing and all the strategic, seductive messaging that we've been coming up with, we have created a new value proposition that I felt it's super important at 5:37 on a Friday evening that I get a recording out and I get it into your hands so that you guys could be practice pitching this with yourselves, with each other, with your wives, with your kids, with your dog, whoever you can get in front of to make eye contact, to lean in with body language so that they can feel the passion coming out of your body, transferring from you into them. That energy transfer is what we're looking for, okay? So here we go. On the screen, you can see the three things outlined here that we're going to talk about to give you a baseline to steer you back when you're in these conversations, but make no mistake about it. Right? We are targeting CFOs, CIOs, and even CEOs with this message. So here we go. Mr. CFO, Scott Raymer with Blue Equinox. Really glad I was able to get you on a call today because I want to introduce myself and my organization, Blue Equinox, and I want to talk to you about the three things that we're doing for executives across the country right now. Without a shadow of a doubt, these are unprecedented times, and the decisions that you're having to make inside of your organization or quite possibly the hardest that any CFO in any time period have ever had to make. Not only are you having to make decisions about who stays and go, but CFOs have got employees dying because of a pandemic that's attacking our country. So I don't want to take up too much of your time today, but I felt it was very important that we connect so that I can make you aware of the three things that we're doing. First thing we're doing is we're coming in and we're doing a typical IT audit that we've been doing for businesses for quite some time. The things that we do that are unique is we create two free gifts, we create a heat map and a road map. But right now, what's super powerful about this audit is the normal savings that businesses would typically receive 10 to 20% as they go through the evolution of changing their IT services in a very competitive marketplace. Those are going to be enhanced. They're going to be enhanced to the tune of up to 40%. So 10 to 20% normal savings plus an additional 40% on almost all the products in the portfolio that you have to spend recurring dollars on month in and month out. It's making a significant impact to the budget when it comes to the IT department. That's the first thing. The second thing we're doing is we're virtualizing everything. Now, I don't know how prepared you were for the coronavirus crisis and how quickly you were able to move your employees remotely, but there's some companies that still haven't figured out which direction's up, right? And they need somebody to come in and help them, to show them how they can virtualize the services they're using today to get them moved into the cloud. So we literally virtualize your voice in as quick as 2 days, the same day if it's an emergency situation, right? We give your employees the applications to do their job from the comfort of their home to where you have the activity tracked, recorded, right? So you have reporting, right? So you can see, right? You have optics into your business to actually see what is going on. They get a soft phone for the computer. They get an app for their smartphone. So if they're out and about, right? Doesn't matter. They don't miss phone calls, find me, follow me features, things like that, right? And then infrastructure. A lot of companies still have their servers on site. So employees are having to remote in through VPN, connect into these servers, right? And that internet connection inside of your business, if you've got one, it's a major risk and liability that could shut your entire company down to where they can't do any work whatsoever. You have zero insight and optics into what their activity is doing, and you're literally paying them for who knows what they're doing. So to virtualize your infrastructure, right? Your servers, your computers, right? Your backup, your DR, right? If you're doing those things in physical locations, we can do all of that in the cloud. We can get that done in as quick as 2 weeks to 45 days. Right? Those are the big things that we're coming in and seeing companies virtualize quickly, and we want to help you with that. And then the third thing that's probably the hardest in my 15 years to talk about is the fact that you, as an executive responsible for the operations of your organization, no matter what, you have a fiduciary responsibility to make sure that the mission is accomplished, is a contingency plan on people. The people that are in key roles inside of your organization, the people that could contract the coronavirus as it makes its way across the country, right? We're seeing it in New York City, New Jersey, some of the hardest hit areas by this virus. Companies' IT directors are contracting coronavirus, and when they die, the knowledge in their head dies with them. So not only are they losing the person that makes their business work virtually right now, they're losing all the knowledge of what that person had in their head versus having it written out in SOPs with task management processes, compliance and reporting, all the things that your business may be responsible to do, especially if you're regulated, right, by HIPAA, right, and other compliances and regulatory committees like that. So what we want to do is we want to help you with a contingency plan for your people. We want to show you how right now in your company's history is the time to focus on doing these three things with your IT and your technology, because they are more than ever what is powering your business and keeping it alive and allowing you to weather the storm so that you can one day get back to business as normal. But make no mistake about it, that new normal will never be the same. You're going to establish new patterns, protocols, and routines that become habits that create efficiencies that you were unaware of before you went down this road of being forced to virtualize and to manage your workforce remotely. So again, I know I called you out of the blue today, but these are unprecedented times, and what our organization has done to bring value into the world, to bring light into the darkness, is something that we feel compelled to share with each and every company that we can possibly get a hold of and reach right now. So what I'd love to do is schedule 30 to 45 minutes of your time next week, right, as soon as possible, to walk you through an audit that is going to allow us to ask questions, to gather information so that we can go create this heat map, build a roadmap, and show you how we can help you in all three of these areas. Okay, Mr. CFO, CIO, CEO, executive, that's it for today's call. I really appreciate your time. I'm looking forward to this audit next week, where we can dig into the details, get into the trenches together, and we can help you, again, weather this storm of this coronavirus crisis. I'm going to follow up with this email with the invite, with some information on our audit and some things to prepare you to bring to the meeting if you can get your hands on between now and then. I really appreciate your time, and I look forward to digging into the details. Have a great day. And that's it, right? That's the call, okay? And the audits, right? I didn't want to break the flow in the pitch that I was doing for you guys, but 45 to 60 minutes, 30 is too short, right? Because you want to be able to play those 5 seductive games when you get into that conversation. Hey, Mr. CFO, I know we're here to talk about serious things right now, but real quick, I love to inject a little bit of humanity back into what I do here in technology. I'd love to hear your story, right? Get him to loosen up, or her to loosen up, talk about who they are. Are you married, kids, how long you've been lived in, wherever what city you're in, and then to tell the company's story and then you tell your story on Blue Equinox and how those are tied together, right? So they feel very compelled to be doing business with someone that has such high characteristics personally and professionally of how they want to conduct themselves, and then jump into the audit, right? Ask the questions, and then seduce them with setting the presentation meeting, right? A week out, and all the due diligence that we're going to do between now and that presentation meeting that's in the 37 steps of our project management. All right, guys, listen. This strategic and seductive message, right, is going to pull them in, right? Because this is one of the few times in our industry that we've had an opportunity to talk about things that are this important and this relevant, because they're happening right in front of people's eyes. Most of the time, people don't do something until after they've experienced a catastrophic event, a cybersecurity attack, right? A natural disaster. Well, now it's happening at an unprecedented rate to other businesses so they can see it happening to them. So it's making people take action for themselves. We've set 31 meetings in 3 days spreading this message. If it can work for entry-level appointment setters at the marketing companies that I've spent an hour training 2 days ago, it can absolutely work for our seasoned sales professionals who know exactly how to position themselves to get by gatekeepers, to compel decision makers, to take meetings. So with all that being said, I hope this message helps you guys this next week as you go into the trenches and you're going to war to overcome those objections, set those meetings, get those opportunities, and to consult and sell IT services. Looking forward to working with each and every one of you guys, and hope you have a great weekend. That's it. I'm out. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.